5.
Um, okay, Sam. So, what do you tell your students about first and second person in academic
I
writing?
I say use them. So much of the struggle of like first year composition is that students come into the university without knowing how to write because they're taught the opposite in high school. So a lot of what I do is like tear them down and start over, right? So they're taught not to use I, not to assert themselves, but students like compositions grow and change over the course of a semester. And students by the end should kind of have a sense of how to assert themselves and establish their ethos as rhetoricians and composers.
Great. So, would you say that you're working against opposition?
I would, yeah. And it's not students' fault, obviously. It's just that they're not prepared to write at the university level.
Okay. Do you think the university level demands first and second person specifically?
It does, yeah. Because you're formulating your own opinions and arguments, it's imperative to use the first person. Second person can be used, as part of like the syntax or structure of your paper in order to provide variety. Though generally speaking, it's a little bit more difficult to use, I would say.
Okay. What would you say about this, systemic repression of the first and second person? Like, do you see any negative effects of that?
Yeah, I do. And I think part of it is just the emphasis on regurgitation of facts rather than expression of self at lower levels of education. It's because students are trained to regurgitate facts and do basic research, 5-paragraph, 3-point essays, that the idea of coming up with some sort of narrative or some sort of sustained analysis, continuing their own opinions, is so completely foreign to them.